Can you explain why you chose to pardon him, and did it have anything to do with his involvement in your
Which one? Who is that?
The founder of Binance. He has an involvement in your own
the
family's
recent
crypto
one, yes.
business.
I believe we're talking about the same person because I do pardon a lot of people. I don't know. He was recommended by a lot of people. A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything. But I've been told by a lot of support. He had a lot of support, and they said that what he did is not even a crime. You know nothing about nothing. You fake news.
Welcome to the Beefy Pod, the official podcast of Beefy, the multi-chain yield optimizer, getting you some of the best yield in all of crypto. And today we got quite a bit going on. America's favorite patriot, CZ, gets a pardon. TBC, tell me about the ins and outs of CZ's
Yeah,
pardon.
that's correct, Jorge. Trump pardons CZ. Crypto's most powerful man is walking free. So on October 23rd, Donald Trump granted a presidential pardon to Binance founder Changpeng Zhao, or since none of us could actually say that correctly, CZ. After pleading guilty in 2023 to an anti-money laundering failures and serving 4 months in prison, CZ is now cleared of all penalties. The move signals a major political shift toward a pro-crypto stance under Donald Trump, sparking questions about regulatory fairness and ties between Binance, Trump-linked ventures, and United States policies. So, I think this is a good thing for crypto, but I'm sure you have a much more spicy take on that. Is that correct, Jorge?
Yeah, I mean, I have so many mixed feelings about everything going on. I mean, CZ has always been a big proponent of the technology, and his voice helped to basically bring the technology around the world. Whether not just BNB, but Ethereum and also Bitcoin and other chains and applications. In many ways, he was like he's kind of like a patron saint in the space. My main concern are two things. One, when he was charged, he pled guilty to effectively, knowingly, allowing people from nefarious backgrounds to use his platform, like child traffickers, people trafficking weapons, terrorists, and probably politicians. I mean, hey, and crypto's just a tool. Using that tool is not necessarily bad or good, but when you're the centralized entity and you're knowingly allowing these participants in, and also to be clear, the DOJ had text messages and, between basically people within the organization, basically acknowledging these issues. And he pled guilty, ultimately him and his counsel made that choice. They and it was kind of an open secret that, there wasn't KYC in Binance, and your thoughts on KYC and mine are really not that different. But what I think is problematic is that he knew it was going on and he let people know instead of informing authorities. So at the end of it, he did help a lot of bad people move money around. Not in the way that he did it directly, but he was like, oh, these bad people are using this, and I'm just going to let it slide. And in this case, and this is the part 2 of my problem with this. Look, he served his time and he's done. But that's how it should have happened. He just paid the huge fine, went to jail, and not participating in the crypto industry anymore. A cozy billionaire. He basically had everything set for him. But he has basically been closely tied to Trump through World Liberty Financial and adding liquidity to USD1. And unfortunately, I'm not a super expert on this, but CoffeeZilla made an incredible 9-minute video breaking down how CZ effectively bribed the president and paid for his pardon. And it creates this new precedent where basically, pardons shouldn't be for sale, but that's what it is.
New, Jorge? Come on now. This is politics.
Basically
this is exactly how they've always worked. You know,
Yeah.
just because
No,
like
you're- yeah.
this is a bit more upfront doesn't mean that it's any different than any other administration beforehand. You know, the fact that Trump is doing it, like, I don't know, in the middle of his first year, we're all like, huh? Usually you wait to the end to do this, but he don't care. This is his last opportunity, so what the hell, And if it helps America, then America.
I mean, and look, I understand as a crypto person, and also as like someone who has benefited from the space immensely. I mean, I'm not
As a nefarious
super
actor
wealthy
yourself, huh?
but CZ, no, TBC. Please ignore all the documents on that corner of my room right there. Just
Nothing.
There's nothing
Nothing at all.
suspicious.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
to see here.
But I understand where people are coming from, because he did so much for the space that also were positive. He wasn't all bad, but that doesn't excuse what he allowed to happen. Who knows how many people were hurt in the process of just looking away and not doing anything about these people. And that's ultimately my gripe with him. He always had the power. He always had the ability to tell his staff, like, hey, these addresses, flag them. We're not going to let them use our platform. And they probably go to a sketchier one, which I'm not going to name, but there's quite a few, So yeah, with that being said, CZ is pardoned, and
Yes.
pardons are for sale. And
The indulgences
There we
are
go.
here. Yes.
okay,
Yes.
TBC. Oh wait,
What's
breaking
going
TBC. Look at what's going on with Trump. Move the camera. The Democrat shutdown is unbelievable, but a patriot has given me $130 million to help pay our military
Yes,
during the shutdown.
America.
Today, he sent us $130 million, and he
what
wanted
a
no
good man.
recognition. That's why I call it
What an
patriotism.
anon. True patriot anon right there. Look at that, dude. You see, like, can you believe that? Can you believe that, Jorge? That some random patriot just came in and was like, here's $130 million, Donald. I want to help support the military while the Democrats are shutting down your government. What? Dude, wave the friggin'
yeah,
flag.
totally.
Dude,
Look.
come on. I'll tell you what. That patriot is fantastic. And you know what? I'm willing to let that patriot...
There's nothing
Listen,
sketchy about that at all.
just-
Not even...
Just, you know what, Patriot? Can you just add Jorge and my name on that, and then that way, neither one of us will have to worry about taxation this year. What a great opportunity! Thank you.
Yes.
We need more patriots to fund this country. As long as I have my money less stolen from me, I'd be happy with this. What do you think, Jorge? Are you a patriot
we
to give
go.
Donald Trump $130 million?
You and I have a very profound difference of opinion on what the patriot is.
Listen,
Comrade
listen.
CZ.
Oh my
Comrade
God.
CZ has agreed to
What?
donate 150,000 BNB, 1.8 billion, to serve Comrade
God.
Trump and help boost the Bitcoin and crypto
Oh my
adoption
God.
in the US.
What is happening? Yes.
TBC.
Yes.
TBC. Comrade
Oh my God! No,
CZ
true patriot, true
giving Trump
patriot
1.8
CZ,
billion. A true
patriot
patriot.
CZ is donating 150,000 BNB to Donald Trump. This is just amazing.
Just to clarify, there's no evidence of this being true. CZ, as far as we know, did not give 150,000 BNB or 1.8 billion to Trump. Check out CoffeeZilla's video if you want to know more about the financial connections. Still pretty funny, so I left it in the video. Enjoy.
And Jorge, wasn't it just like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, we were sitting here going, why is BNB pumping so much? Why? How is BNB? It is so fortunate that BNB pumps so much that we could have patriots come out of the woodwork and donate hundreds of millions and billions of dollars to help Donald Trump and his administration
it's important to
make America
recognize-
great again. It's what?
Wait, TBC. It's important to know all of this is clearly from the goodness
yes.
of their hearts, because
Listen,
they're
Jorge,
patriots.
I don't listen. They are.
They're
They are.
patriots.
And here's listen. Time for my conspiracy hat. Jorge, you're aware that a group of financialists have been controlling this world since the Canaanites, right? They exist, and I think what's going on is we're having the destruction of those global oligarch financialists that have existed for thousands of years. And what is happening right now is patriotism in a whole nother form, and we're destroying them, and we're creating a new set of patriots true financial oligarchs that support the flag. They support the Americas. And so what if one of them just happens to be an Asian billionaire? I got no problem with that. And you know what? If he wants to give $1 billion to Donald Trump to make this country great again, I'm fine with that. I'm who am I to interfere? And, you know, keep pumping B&B and let's make that $2 billion. Let's go.
You know, I just want to emphasize here that this is definitely not a nihilistic, self-serving impulse that has nothing to do with the country whatsoever. This is clearly being done to help out your mom and dad to learn
We're getting rid of
how
those,
to use Bitcoin and crypto.
Those bastards over there, those European bastards. Not to our European audience, but I'm talking about the ruling financial oligarchs. Anyway, in completely unrelated news.
It's a very clear distinction. Because they couldn't be patriotic enough to give 150,000 BNB.
Pump my
TBC.
bags, Donald, so I could give you billions of dollars.
You need to be at least that patriotic.
I'm going to create a token that says Donald Trump's token for Make America Great Again. I love CZ. We're all patriots. Can someone make that token for me? Because we got to run that up, and we're going to be rich. I mean, together as a country. Did you see, Jorge, this week?
Right.
That true patriot Donald Trump might actually be the Bitcoin OG. Did you see this? This is freaking crazy. This is because Comrade CZ, Comrade CZ, true patriot, has said that Trump might be Satoshi Nakamoto. That man knows.
And because he said it, it's true. Because if CZ went on the internet and said, the Beefy Pod is the most wonderful, gracious podcast ever, and decided to do a patriotic donation of 150,000 BNB,
we would retire.
What TBC would we say? No.
We're going off to the island, right? Just like we told what's his name last week. You get your bag, you get out. You get out. You don't. I don't want to fight.
You get your bag.
I don't want to fight.
Get out.
Okay, the satanic cult that runs this world. I'm going to my island, and I'm going to live there, and I'm going to mind my own business, and I'm going to eat, delicious snacks and drink coffee and scotch, and that's what I want. But I'll tell you this, Jorge.
TBC, there's only one issue with what you said, is that scotch is not patriotic.
Bourbon is
patriotic, baby.
I'm sorry.
Buffalo Trace.
I'm just.
Are you kidding me?
No, Jorge, because we're gonna buy Scotland. we're gonna make Scotland America again. We're gonna do it correctly. And you know what? I believe this administration.
Some people are saying Venezuela will be the 51st state. Not Guam, not Puerto Rico.
Scotland. Listen,
Scotland.
We'll help you against those Brits. All right, we got your back. Anyway, I mean, think about it though. If Donald Trump was Satoshi Nakamoto, the last 6,139 days of our lives have been a lie. Like, Donald Trump's been keeping this secret for so long. It's friggin' wild. Like, what timeline are we living in anymore? This is amazing. Like, we're a podcast, right? That was around for years, and we've been talking about the most horrific things and the terrible politicians, and that Gary Gensler, right. Wasn't he like a British musician at some point? Anyway, that we've been talking about all that horrible shit, and
I know he's a twin. He's a twin. There's two of him.
There's two Gary Genslers?
He's a twin. He's a twin. And the twin is doing, I forget, something in finance, but just remember that, ladies and gentlemen.
This is wild stuff.
There's a lucky lady out there who doesn't know.
You know
if her
what?
husband's
There is
Gary or
also
not.
another lucky person out there.
Maybe that makes it a thrill.
And Jorge, are your longs in? Because they better get in, because everyone's favorite trader, 0xB8B9, definitely not
Baron Trump.
All right, definitely not Chauncey Billups. Okay. But very likely a true patriot, because that's what we're talking about, true patriotism right now, has a 100% win rate. He's currently holding 146 million in BTC and 131 million in ETH. He's got his longs in. Do you happen to think
isn't the long set for when the Fed is going to make a decision as to cut rates or not?
It's just coincidental.
Coincidental.
Yes.
What if TBC? I have a crazy theory here. What if on the other end of that guy's phone or computer is actually Nostradamus? What if it's Nostradamus and he's there and
he was American,
Italian, and he's just there going like
he was.
Hey brother, I'm Nostradamus. I didn't know that out there.
He's from Alabama.
Nostradamus.
And I'm here to let you know that this long is going through. We are going to see the pump of a lifetime. And I'm going to do that 100x leverage on hyperliquid.
Yes.
God damn.
But
But TBC, let's get into what I think the comrade
Patriot.
CZ
Stop it.
was actually
No, he's not
Patriot comrade.
He's definitely
Patriot
not a
comrade.
He's Patriot.
CZ. Okay. CZ is now reigniting the potential that Binance will launch in the US. After CZ was granted a presidential pardon by Donald Trump, speculation is surging over whether Binance might return to the US market. CZ's updated bio and statements about making America the capital of crypto have fueled speculation that Binance could reestablish operations in the States, though regulatory hurdles do remain. Now, TBC.
Yes.
If you were a billionaire,
Yes.
you made your bag.
I'd go
It's
to
like
the
you said, you'd go to the island, whiskey,
Yes.
scotch,
Yes.
coffee, the invasion
all
of
of it.
Scotland, all of that. But CZ,
No.
and this, you know,
He's a patriot.
even though he could have everything that anybody
Yes.
could imagine, he still wants to make Binance grow. If there's something, I gotta start thinking about here, right? There's something we gotta start asking ourselves. When people have everything they could possibly want, an infinite amount of money, the ability to travel wherever they want, do everything that they
famous.
could possibly imagine,
Yes.
be world famous,
Well,
why do you need more? At some point, you got to start and I know we've been here.
Definitely being serious the entire time.
no sarcasm.
No sarcasm whatsoever. But we got to start asking ourselves, what are the true motivations for CZ, or is he actually as rich as people make him out to be? Is there something that is forcing him to continue pushing Binance, even though he's not the CEO anymore? I mean, I think there's more behind the curtains than we're being led to believe. Some bullet points that we have here. His pardon clears his U.S. felony record. So now he basically has a clean record. The regulatory licensing challenges for Binance US do persist. So although this pardon happened, it's still there. And then CZ's bio update and pro-U.S. messaging sparks speculation of a return. Political backlash follows, given Binance and Trump's
don't worry
business
about
links that we totally alluded
Don't worry
to.
about that. Not important.
Yeah,
Who cares? I don't care.
What are they talking about? You could click this CoffeeZilla video right here and get more details on that. A U.S. comeback.
Stop it.
A U.S. comeback
CoffeeZilla is just
could restore Binance's market share and
propaganda.
liquidity. You know, do you think, TBC, do you think that that's what this is really about? That maybe Binance behind the scenes is hurting way more than they lead on to believe?
I don't know.
Lead on?
Do
you think that's what's going on?
I think anytime you get cut out of the American market, you're definitely not doing as well as you could be. All right. There's a lot of degenerates in this country that would be glad to get back into Binance. But I don't know, you know, there's already a couple crypto exchanges that are trying to dominate the US markets. I'm pretty sure there was one of them that sponsored a stealth bomber or something earlier on this year. So, yeah, wasn't it? Did you see that?
Wait,
did you see that on Twitter?
Wait,
there was like a I don't know, not the stealth. Is it the stealth bomber? Yeah, I don't know, one of them, the bigger one. You know.
Are you sure you're not thinking about a podcast?
I saw it on Twitter. I saw a picture. It wasn't one of these exchanges. I don't remember which one. It was a bigger one that like sponsored a lot of like Trump's balls and stuff like during his inaugurationals things. Didn't that happen? Wasn't that a thing? I'm pretty sure it was. So,
I think Coinbase did.
I wasn't gonna put their name out there like that. Now you're trying to start some drama, right? Like, because seriously, if all of a sudden, you know, Coinbase was like, yo, we're friends with Donald Trump. And now CZ's like, no, I'm friends with Donald Trump. And then like Brian's like, no, I'm a true patriot. And CZ's like, no, I'm a true patriot. We're all going to fund the United States military. All right, listen.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Here.
I forgot that they backed the army parade thing that totally was a success.
Yes. Like,
totally.
So, hey, here's the thing, right? Here's what I'm going to say. Okay. Hot take here coming in. One, Great. Glad Binance might be getting back into the U.S. market and the government's getting out of the way. Fantastic. 2, I don't care about CZ's criminal record. It's whatever. I'm not here to judge him. If you're a billionaire and you're controlling a gigantic industry at the time, some nefarious crap's going to happen. I forgive people for their mistakes. The fact that we have crypto exchanges that might be interested in giving the government money so that they could waste money on stuff. That's really interesting. It really leads a lot of questions about how the government could be financed, and maybe it just so happens that degens will be the one paying for the government and not taxpayers, which would be amazing. And like, what number am I on? 15. Maybe there really is a global order of satanic Moloch worshipping death cults that been around since the Canaanites that, where these people are fighting against, like these true patriots. And maybe, just maybe, they're working on creating a new world hegemony that cuts all them dirty, devil worshipping, children eating bastards out. And maybe that's just speculation, but what if that was true? And then not only would CZ be a true patriot, he'd be a hero to all mankind. And you know what, Brian, you better get in there, because what I'm going to say is, right now, Coinbase, you're kind of losing the marketing share here. It's like CZ's dominated this week. Jorge, did you happen to see if Coinbase actually did anything to try to grab some attention this week in the marketing realm? Because I was kind of distracted by Patriots.
Well, the one thing I saw was Brian Armstrong going to the Capitol during the shutdown to work with both Democrats and Republicans towards finishing the crypto market structure bill. I guess that was the most marketing I saw from them. And, to be fair, I do appreciate that he goes to both parties. Yep. And that he's keeping people updated, because we do need some type of regulatory framework so that way people can participate and make cool stuff. So kudos to you, Brian Armstrong. Comrade Armstrong, going out there. True patrioting out there. When you're not paying for stupid military parades, you're out there actually doing.
He could be spending his money on podcasts.
Anyways,
Brian.
TBC. You could be spending money on podcasts. Yeah, why don't you sponsor us? Huh?
Yeah, come on.
What's up with that?
Right. We're patriots too.
We have 21 viewers in the last video. Okay, and they're eager.
They're definitely making it to the 25-minute mark right now.
Yeah, man. Look.
What the hell is this story?
TBC. It's time to give a moment of silence.
Oh no, that's not good.
For KADENA.
What the hell is KADENA?
KADENA was a layer 1 blockchain that unfortunately shut down. It was an incredibly ambitious L1. The KADENA blockchain project, once billed as a scalable proof-of-work layer 1 that could rival Ethereum, has announced it's shutting down its core operations, citing an exhausted treasury and failure to achieve commercial traction. Despite the network's continued existence, in theory, miners can still validate blocks. KADENA's team said it will cease all active development
how sad.
And business operations effective immediately. Something to note, too, is that this crash made the KADENA token basically collapse. Obviously. 77%. And 99% from all-time highs. It's also been delisted from Gate.io and MXE, and basically, once you're out of those, you're done. If you can't even be on those, you're done. Proof of work miners can keep the chain alive, but no active governance remains. Interesting. Developers cited unstable economics and low enterprise adoption, and adds to the list of 2021 era L1s that have faded into obscurity.
I think they were obscure even while they existed.
Yeah. Weren't the founders from Wall Street or something?
Whoa.
From JP Morgan, I think. Hold on. What were they from?
Shut up.
Hold on.
Theories everywhere.
KADENA's a hybrid blockchain. Yeah. Pioneering project from JP Morgan's Blockchain Center for Excellence. I remember meeting these guys in Miami many years ago, actually. And you know what? If you're watching this, if there's one thing I could say, I went to a lot of tables. And when I go to these things, it's amazing. There's maybe like 10% that are like really nice people just trying to do some cool stuff. and there's like a solid 90% of
Lawyers.
sketchy people. KADENA was neither of those things when I met them. They just struck me as incredibly pretentious. I was just like, what's your deal, dude? Like, I remember I was just like asking questions like about how do you become a miner, and the guy was just like, yeah, you could just kind of like check.
Oh, so
out
he
the
didn't know.
website.
He didn't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. And they were throwing like a big ass pool party, and I wanted to network. I was like, how do you get to this pool party or thing that a bunch of, he's like, yeah, you had to have been a VIP. You know, you had to like buy your tickets online like a month ago or whatever. And I was just like, okay. So I went to this table and I learned absolutely
That's
nothing
why.
about
That's
the
why I
blockchain.
died.
Great.
It did not have your support or your backing. So there you go. There you go.
Everybody knows that I am the god
make it
king
happen.
of crypto.
You make it happen. You're a true
I
patriot,
made it
Jorge.
happen. KADENA collapsed
That's
because
right.
I said so.
That's right. Yeah.
That is
I
why.
see how it works. Yeah, Asia.
Anyways,
Asia.
TBC.
Well,
What is going on in
you guys
Asia?
always turn to me for the most international news, and I stay up on it all week long. So we're going to turn our way from the patriotic feeling of this episode, and we're going to go to Asia because Asia is getting bullish, and thank God somebody's getting bullish besides people that have insider information, because it looks like 80% of Hong Kong's wealthy are planning to buy crypto. So get in, ladies and gentlemen. Thank God we got some liquidity coming. A new survey of 500 plus high net worth investors in Hong Kong revealed that up to 80% of them plan to invest in crypto over the next 12 months, signaling surging institutions and private wealth across Asia, right? Over 30% already hold crypto, positioning Hong Kong as a growing hub for high value digital asset adoption. Jorge, we got liquidity and it's coming from the Hong Kong. And you know what, Hong Kong, I love you. Your gun fu Chow Yun Fat movies are amazing, and your Hong Kong chicken is also excellent. I love Hong Kong.
I did not
First
know
off,
you
we
like
should
Chow
just,
Yun Fat.
do you like Chow Yun Fat? Like,
I played the video game that came out for the Xbox 360 years ago, where it was like you were
my
shooting in slow
God.
motion.
yeah.
And you know which one I'm talking about?
Chow Yun Fat is a true patriot. That's a guy, to be fair, listen, Chow Yun Fat makes like all his money and then just gives it all away, right? He don't care. He is what I want to become, rich and famous, and then just disappear. And just when you give money, you give it away, and you make sure some politicians have it so they don't come after you on some bogus trumped up charges. Like you had some sort of insider knowledge that nefarious people were using your exchange or anything. That type of bullshit.
Right.
That type of
Right.
bullshit.
Absolutely.
So Hong Kong, very exciting.
I mean, honestly, it's like I mentioned a couple episodes ago. The Eastern world, the red dragon is actually growing a lot faster in terms of crypto adoption than the United States. I mean, there's this huge gap. Like this bull market is so unique in the sense that there's much more Wall Street participation than there is retail right now. That's why I'm still not convinced that we're in a bull market. We have not seen retail come in. Bitcoin is this amorphous asset that acts more like a hedge against inflation and as a reaction to liquidity than it does a crypto asset. That's why I think we're seeing the market in crypto react so differently. Stocks and all these other assets have tons of retail participation right now, but we still don't see that. But Asia's retail participation is constantly growing. And, say what you will about Trump, but trying to bring the industry into the United States gives a little more leverage to the Western world in the crypto space. So, I mean, we'll see what happens, but it's pretty amazing to see all this growth going on that side of the world. Anyways, TBC. JP Morgan flips bullish on Coinbase. And not only that, they see Base, when its token, if it ever launches, its own token will be worth $34 billion, effectively making it the largest L2. JP Morgan upgraded Coinbase's stock rating to overweight and raised its price to a target of $404, citing new monetization opportunities through Base token launch. Analysts estimate that the Base token could reach 12 to 34 billion in market cap, with Coinbase capturing $12 billion in value. The upgrade also factors in subscription and USDC yield products, improving long-term earnings. So if you ask me, You know, it is so obvious at this point that basically Base and Arbitrum have the most activity. And Base's activity keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. It's very obvious that once this token goes out, that it will be the best. I mean, this isn't financial advice, but I don't see a reason why the Base token wouldn't be the largest L2 by market cap when this thing launches. It'll probably pump to high heaven, dump, and then pump high heaven again. I could be wrong. Don't take financial advice from the guy wearing the craft beer hat from the brewery that makes the best gluten-free peanut butter and jelly sour that you've ever had in your life. Guaranteed. Try it at Hawthorne Bottle Shop in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Not a sponsor.
If you have it. Anyways, not a sponsor, but you can be. You can be.
They're paying for that spot. I'm calling them up.
TBC, what are your thoughts on Base and the token? And now JP Morgan saying this is pretty big. That's a massive endorsement.
Just like at this point, all I see is backroom deals. People just rubbing elbows, having drinks at a bar, making things happen. And obviously, this is like JP Morgan's coming out like any type of crypto Twitter post, right? Like some derp on crypto Twitter is like, yo, do I speculate that the Base token when launched is gonna be freaking huge, man? It's gonna be huge, right? And I drew up a chart, right? This is essentially JP Morgan trying to be like a cool crypto Twitter bro. I say crypto. But I'll tell you what, I got some concerns over this, Jorge, because if you've paid attention to this podcast, we might have alluded to the fact that big OG Binance might be poking its nose back in the American market. And if JP Morgan's, poking around and saying, hey, Coinbase is going to be huge, looks like some negotiations are going to have to be made, right? To kind of make all the parties happy if the two of them are going to like super combine to pay for the United States military. So I don't know. I honestly, this is an exciting time to be in crypto, but like, not really for like us normal folks. Like we had our good times back in the day. Now there's like a group of like people that are just using this for stuff that like us simpletons don't understand, and they're talking numbers that are insane. And I don't know. I mean, but give it up for JP Morgan. They're patriots.
TBC, give it up. Well give it up to JP Morgan, everyone. Go on. You know what? While you're at it, give it up to BlackRock. Give it up to Blackstone. Yeah. You guys are just making the housing prices higher. Actually, TBC, thought experiment here. I'm looking at the market cap of BNB. That's 155 billion. Do you know what this might be? This just made me more bullish because the way I look at this, we are looking at Base too much like a layer 2. Ethereum will eventually not need a layer 2 anymore. If you look at once all its upgrades are done, but you look also at USDC creating their own chain. I think that JP Morgan is trying to undersell this to us. If BNB is the chain for the largest crypto exchange and it receives support for the largest crypto chain and is 155 billion, why shouldn't Coinbase get closer to that?
Absolutely.
Base?
I mean, listen, Jorge, you forgot that Ripple is going to 654 trillion. All right. So numbers do not matter anymore. If Ripple's going into like the trillions, why can't Binance and Coinbase also hit those numbers as well? So stop it. Also, just brought a very good point. My cup of noodles that I'm going to have for dinner today cost me $4. So what the hell? Just keep right.
Damn, that's an expensive cup of noodles,
real.
It must be some
Inflation
good
is
shit.
real, and soon the Fed is going to lower rates, and they're going to stimulate the economy, causing even more inflation. So, got to get those numbers up. 34 billion. JP, you can do better than that. Come on, you got to capture headlines. That's how Ripple did it. Anyway,
so TBC, what is going on with the Rumble?
So it looks like Rumble and Tether is Rumble the website? That website with.
No, Rumble is like the alternative social media app.
Oh, yeah.
That Russell Brand is on when he's out there saying dumb stuff on the internet. But now,
why would they
Rumble won't
this
censor
is weird.
me.
This is
they let me say whatever I want.
This is a strange story.
It's my terrible English
Rumble
accent.
and Tether teamed up. Why would Tether team up with anybody? Tether, what are you doing? Bitcoin tipping for creators hits 150 million plus users. So Rumble partnered with Tether to integrate Bitcoin tipping. And if you didn't hear this week, what's that guy? what's that guy who was on Fox News and then he stopped being on Fox News? Yeah. You know
Tucker
your friend
Carlson?
Tucker. Tucker says he's never buying or getting tipped in Bitcoin because it was created by the CIA. But Tucker, you're wrong. It was created by Donald Trump. Anyway, Bitcoin tipping is now in place for 51 million monthly users, giving creators censorship resistance to monetization options. So this feature set the world in December, and of course, Tether's, I guess, pushing for more crypto payments to be done on platforms. Does anyone care about this? Do you? Do you use Rumble? I guess is my question.
Well,
You do?
I do
Oh.
not use Rumble at all. I could not care at all. But the thing that I do like about this story is two things to know. One, I love seeing Bitcoin being used this way.
yeah.
I like
seeing
I also
Bitcoin
like the
being used
idea
too.
that people can tip without using
Yes.
a bank account is
I mean, you can just send
it's
stuff to
pretty
my
cool.
address.
That
It's
is-
posted in a link below. Just here you
yeah.
go. Send it.
Sure, I'll put
Just-
TBC.
just-
Just copy paste
just-
here. Just send it in the Discord. I'll put it. Just put it.
Just send your tips.
I'll put it in there. If anybody wants to tip,
I gotta get on
TBC,
Rumble. What am I doing?
But I'm just saying it's a great thing that people are actually using Bitcoin in this way because that's what it was for, like to be used as a currency. And I actually do love seeing this, and it gives me hope that maybe on YouTube they would integrate something like this, or I mean X I believe has been working on stuff like this for a while. You know, the future is going to be people of content creation and you know, maybe of this amorphous online world, is that people are going to be able to support people that they like, follow, or pay
Like
for
only
services
flans.
using crypto. And it's just only flannels. When you go on that app, it's just girls wearing flannels.
subscribe.
Anyways,
I see. Tether, did you team up with OnlyFans? I think that was the thing, right?
no, only
only
flans.
flan?
Only flan. Or only
To our,
flan.
to our
Only
Spaniard listeners.
Flan
No,
is
it's not.
delicious.
Cheesecake
Give me
is
the
better.
flan. Give me that little
jiggly.
jiggly flan on the app where you just watch girls eat flan.
I'm
Anyway,
looking that up now. It's got to be a real thing, right?
there's
girls eating
got to be
flan.
some
I
people
wanna-
that are into that.
This
Just
my
girls
God.
eating flan.
Koi girls.
TBC.
Right? Koi girls
Tell me.
in Hong Kong.
Oh my
Koi
God,
girls.
that's right. It's just Japanese kawaii girls like eating flan.
Oh yeah. Hey,
Dude.
Hey Jorge,
People would
did you
pay
see
lots of
this?
money for that.
In completely unrelated news to everything we talked about, it looked like Coinbase tried to revive the Up Only podcast. Did you see this?
No, they
Wait,
are.
how much
They
did they
are
spend on
reviving
this?
it. $25 million
They
on the NFT that they put up and said they'll make 8 episodes if someone bought
my
it.
God,
So
so listen.
that is
listen,
ridiculous.
Listen.
But okay. What have we done wrong, TBC? 25 million.
Okay, well, anyway,
God
first
damn.
off, Brian Armstrong. This week, you are a true patriot. You know, while others are out there working with the administration to try to, you know, improve the American military, you're out there making sure crypto bros get their entertainment. And I'll tell you what, hats off to you, my true patriot friend. I mean, you got your NFT.
Comrade Brian Armstrong.
You know, and congratulations to Kobe, who likely oh my God, what if Kobe's actually the patriot? And this is just like,
Actually,
this is
who
like
is-
right? Like what if
That's
Kobe's
true.
the patriot and like Brian's just like using him as like a middleman to launder, get money to the United States government as some form of payment? No, that's stupid. That's stupid. I'm being silly. That's silly.
I mean, I just
Up
think,
only fans.
you know,
Up
up
OnlyFans?
only is no, bro.
Oh.
Up only flans. We're not trying to get banned from YouTube here. Anyways, we can advertise for Only Flan, where you watch the Japanese kawaii girls slowly chewing on the delicious and scrumptious flan, the ultimate
Now that's-
Spanish delightful
That's an NFT
dessert.
series, if I've ever heard one.
Oh my God. Kawaii flans? We can call it kawaii flans. 1,000 NFTs that are just kawaii
Patriotic
girls eating
kawaii girls.
flan. But, you know,
All proceeds go to the American
But it-
government. All right, Donald, if you hear this, let's set something up. Let's set something up. We could pump that shit.
dude. Wait, but before we lose
cares?
track, some things to note This NFT was purchased with USDC and was confirmed with on-chain data. Kobe originally minted this NFT in May 2025, saying the podcast would only return if the NFT was purchased and burnt. Coinbase's intent, this is more than a cultural play. It's a signal that exchanges will increase their investment in the creator economy.
What?
I just want to let you guys know that TBC and I are not
We're
bought
definitely not.
and paid for. This is
Beefy just sponsors
strictly a part of the
Yeah.
Beefy. This is part of the Beefy ecosystem. And look, if you're interested in Beefy, the multi-chain yield optimizer, there's always a link below.
Every
and you can
Wednesday,
check
I
that
have to
out.
answer
But
for
we
these
are not
podcasts.
sponsored. But we are not sponsored by the Koch brothers or George Soros or any of these billionaires. We literally are just two
No.
idiots on the internet who get paid a little bit of money to make this show, and we
Yes.
love doing it. We just talk about the news. We're silly. So I just want to make clear that if we
Nobody
did have
owns
a
us,
sponsor, if
but
we
we're
were
willing to
getting-
sell out anytime.
Nobody owns us, but we are willing to sell out. And if we do,
Yeah,
we
I am
will
going
let you
to
know.
post an NFT, and if
Anyways,
somebody burns it, I'm going to my freaking island, people. Let's go.
it's like the next episode of the Beefy Pod. Comrade TBC.
Comrade Jorge.
We are sponsored by
That's very
RT
good.
News. We will now talk about a handsome President Putin.
Putin. That's a
That
true
is
patriot.
Not a.
There we go.
That's not a Russian
Yeah, I
accent.
don't-
That was more
I'm-
like Borat.
I'm offended.
Anyways, something to note here: industry reaction. Some view the $25 million price tag as steep, as the NFT was listed for much less, but symbolic of how cultural assets are now strategic for crypto brands. Market ripple, meme coins tied up to up only, and Kobe tickers saw a massive pump. What I will say, the best thing that show ever did was when it got Do Kwon on the show and surprised him with Martin Shkreli. He comes on the show and just says, "Hey, Do Kwon, just want to let you know,
Oh my
prison's
God.
not that bad. It's not that bad." That was one of the greatest moments in internet history when one bad guy told him, "Prison ain't that bad."
Yes.
TBC.
This has been hell.
This has been another wonderful, beautiful episode of the Beefy Pod, sponsored by
True
Beefy,
Patriots.
the multi-chain yield optimizer, getting you
Patriots.
comrades.
Stop it.
the best Patriot
True
comrades, getting you your news fix
And yields,
slash
baby.
comedy slash whatever this is. We love you, and we can't
Goodbye,
wait
Patriots.
to see you on the next episode. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and we can't wait to see you. Have a great
Cheers.
day. Cheers.